How's it going, Ace? I'm waiting for Gato. He's just hours away, probably, so before he arrives, let me tell you about one of the most devastating and fun builds in the game, the Flying Fist. Here's the build. Let's start with a quick summary of Powder Keg Punch. Using the weapon skill, charge up a powerful punch up to 3 levels. At level 3, you can store the charge for a moderate duration and recast it when you're ready. If you press the weapon skill at the right time while charging, you'll release a more powerful version of Powder Keg Punch. With that quick brush up out of the way, let's talk about how you can start soaring through the map, one-tapping Beastkin and Gobos alike. For starters, we're going to be using this move a lot, so we're going to need to be able to quickly charge up. We're going to take 3 skills to do exactly that. Quick Charge level 1, Quick Charge 2, and Quick Charge 3. Each level of Quick Charge gives a stackable 20% weapon meter gain, totaling the 60% increase. With these 3 passive nodes unlocked, you'll have enough weapon meter gain to efficiently throw out this skill. Now onto the heart of the build, Bare Knuckle Blast. Bare Knuckle Blast is a powerful modifier that replaces the level 3 Powder Keg Charge. Instead of knocking enemies away, you'll knock them up and behind you. And just like with Powder Keg Punch, pressing the weapon skill at the right time empowers Bare Knuckle Blast and adds a stunning effect. This is going to be your main attack with the potential to one-shot enemies. And to ensure that it does exactly that, we take a few key nodes to power up. Starting with Critical Impact. Increase Powder Keg's crit chance by a staggering 50%. Powder Keg Drop. This skill allows you to charge and use Powder Keg Punch while in the air. Unbreakable Charge. While charging, gain stability, preventing attacks from interrupting you. Stone Cold. Increase finisher and powder keg damage by 15%. As for your focus skills, I take Standing Ovation and Relentless Rush. These skills can both be used in the air, adding to the aerial potential of this build. The skill rotation for this build is pretty straightforward. Charge up Bare Knuckle Blast, let it rip at the right moment, and watch everything get tossed around. That being said, there are a couple of tips to keep in mind. For starters, always cancel the animation of Bare Knuckle Blast with either a jump, dodge, or a light attack. If you buffer the animation with a light attack, you won't even see the action, it'll just look like you went straight into another charge. As well, the stability node we took only applies to charging your weapon skill. After the charge ends, or even during the animation, you no longer have that stability, so keep that in mind. If you want stability during the move, you'll need to spec into that separately. The easiest way to do that is by taking Aspect of Stable Focus. And while we're on the topic of gear, let's talk about the gear I recommend and the stat priority. Captain's Legacy and Operative Legacy are the 2 best armor sets in the game in my opinion. But realistically, if you want to be able to clear content as soon as possible, you should focus on finding a decent set of Operative's Legacy gear. As for your stats, you'll want to focus on attack damage, strike damage, crit chance, and crit damage. After that, anything that can boost your survivability. Let's talk about the aspects. In the Helm slot, I take the aspect of Triumphant Vitality. Gain 1% HP per enemy defeated up to 30%. I take this aspect to offset the health that I lost from the Operative's Legacy set. For my chest piece, I use Aspect of Sudden Focus, which gives a percentage chance to return 1 focus bar whenever you use a focus skill. Lastly, in the weapon slot, I take Aspect of Ruthless Slaying, which increases crit damage by 2% up to a maximum of 40% on defeating an enemy. With this aspect, the power of your punches keeps growing as you clear the map. If you don't start out one-shotting enemies, you'll get there eventually. So there you have it. This build can be as simple or as advanced as you want it to be. Time your perfect punches and meet the enemy in the air if you'd like. You can fight like you're actually Superman by utilizing Cloud Sweeper and the Slam Dunk node, along with your focus skills. If you enjoyed this video, as always, leave a like and let me know down below. I know people have been asking for bleed builds, so between videos, I'll be leveling up my last 2 classes to give you information for that. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.